your face.
Like I said. Like I said. Like I said. Do you like my tail?
Like I said.
Welcome back to the Christmas edition of Iron Rage, where maybe we won't rage so much today because it is the Christmas holiday spirit. And to celebrate with us is newly ordained priest, Lee Priest. I like the collar.
Thank you. It's a good look, isn't it? I think the name finally suits my job.
Yeah.
And just so people don't think I'm, being a dickhead here, look, I even got my clergy badge if I want to wear somewhere.
Well, so far, I believe it. I would think it was a costume, but you have actually a certificate of authenticity.
Look, yes, I actually went through with it, Dave. I'm not. Yeah, look, it's in my little folder.
Wow. Did you have to take an oath or something like that?
Oh yeah, you got to do all that shit.
No.
Well, I mean, you got to do all that stuff. I got to be nice. Here's my card.
I like it. It's got your real name on it too, Lee Andrew McCutcheon.
Yes.
It must be official.
Here's the official in good standing with church letter, so you can perform weddings and stuff.
Wow. So you can marry people, Lee?
Oh yeah. And I got to get this framed. See.
Wow. Look at that. And will it be legal if you do marry people?
Yes, it is legal. It's
Wow.
all thing.
Do you know the oath, or do you have to practice that?
Yeah.
No.
It's official, recognised a member of it, and has all the rights and privilege to perform all the duties of the ministry.
Now, what's the process you have to go through to become an ordained minister? Is it difficult?
I
Or
just
pay
fill
a
out
fee?
forms. Just fill out forms and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
So when we see all these guys like these celebrities that become ordained ministers, they really just they just paid the fee basically.
It's pretty much like Lou Ferrigno became a sheriff and stuff like that, where you do have the powers to do formal stuff, and
What did it cost? What does it cost to become an ordained minister? Maybe I'll become.
And my credentials have no expiration date. Please direct any further needs to our headquarters below if you want to question it. I certify that the above declaration is true and correct to the best of my knowledge, is in good standing. We acknowledge that their ordination is in good standing with the church.
Wow. You could become an ordained minister, but they won't let you back in the IFBB. Amazing.
Go figure. Can you believe it? God accepts me before the IFBB does.
I don't know, yeah.
What are the odds?
Now,
I'm just going to keep doing this through the show. That way, it's harder for the fucking lightning to get me.
Yeah, exactly. Are you going to start your own church now, where people will follow you and they could?
I think I should. I think I should have the Ministry of Iron or something, and that way.
Yeah, there you go.
Tax free.
Maybe get a tax break. Exactly.
It's for the children, Dave. It's for the children.
Yeah. I bet you'll have a lot of people who want to sign up for the Lee Priest
I think so.
church.
I'll have to look into how many actually need to have a congregation. I wonder if there's a limited number before you can go tax-free and then have a foundation.
Well, maybe you should do online services every Sunday or something like that. You could have
I
your
could
own
and
little
get
channel.
people to confess their sins for a donation, and I'll try and give them absolution, and But I think because I do a lot of my stuff I sell online, the majority of my money goes to animal shelters and stuff like that I sell when I sell off my stuff. So maybe I can go a little bit, 80% to the animal shelters, 20% to those pesky kids. I don't know, maybe the homeless.
Well, I think what would be good is you could do a live stream every Sunday of your ministry speech. You can do a little service. People could tune in whatever time it would be. I don't know. You could set a time and people will go live on your Instagram and you can do your little thing. And
I think so.
You could have a little donation box there, where the people could donate money.
They could go to my PayPal to donate, and then the money goes to the animals. And I'll ask people what would they like some of the money to go towards. I don't want to go to some charities where there's charities out there where most of the money goes towards administration fees and bullshit like that.
Right.
I want the money to actually go to some place where the money's going to be used to buy food for the homeless or stuff like that, not just, here we go, you give them $1 and 95% goes to the fees and the person running that charity, and 5% or 1% goes to the children. So we don't want those types. So we want legit type ones that we can donate to. And, I might take verses from the Bible, but I'll put it in my terms, so the general moron.
What made you
The
decide to
general,
want to
the
be an
general
ordained
moron
minister?
like myself can, work it. Like, I've been trying to turn water to wine. I haven't got it wine yet. I've got this green liquid instead, but I'm on my way. This is Hulk wine.
There you go.
The
I
Hulk
like it.
drink.
What made you decide to want to become an ordained minister all of a sudden?
Actually, I thought about it for a while. It started off as a joke, like me. Most things like me are a joke.
Yeah.
But then I figured, why not, Lee? Why not? You have a higher calling in life, Lee, a higher power. And plus, you know what? It looks good. What can I say?
Yeah, you do look good in the collar. I got to tell you, it does fit you. You should
And
use those
I'm
old.
dyed it down
You
now.
should use those old David Paul pictures he took of you in the priest outfit.
They were good, actually, because the day we took those pictures where I was wearing the whole priest costume and I'm inside the church with the crucifix pose in front of the crucifix of Jesus behind me, but I think I look better than him. But, it's like, he's up there like this and he's like, "Oh, Father, why have thou forsaken me?" Wait a minute, I'm Jesus. Whoa. Forget it. It's like this, too. They're like this at Easter.
Those were great pictures. Maybe Tyler
Jesus.
can find them online, the David Paul pictures.
Jesus. Jesus.
Really?
He's
They
like
should be
this,
up
Jesus.
somewhere.
And he's like, he looks down. "Yes, Peter. I can see your house from up here." And look, you can only make fun of it if you have a direct connection to the Lord. He goes,
That's right.
"Lee,"
You have a direct phone
he's like,
line,
"Look,
right?
Lee," he says, "Lee, I'd rather you make jokes about me than these people that go around cutting heads off and blowing people up in my name. So making a few jokes is okay." He goes, "Lee, I would have loved to eat M&Ms like you eat today, but they fall through the holes in my hands and I can't eat them."
Too soon.
What, too soon? Too soon after his death?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
It's only been 2,000 years, Lee. Relax.
Okay.
Tyler wants to know what the green goo is. He said it was Hulk wine, but I don't know if that's true or not.
It's actually just that like diet cordial, no calories and stuff.
Yeah.
Lime flavor.
What I really want to talk.
Here, look. I dipped my fingers. Holy water.
Thank you. I've been anointed by the Lee Priest.
Hold on. I'll get my proper holy water for you.
Now, I want to talk about Ronnie Coleman. Ronnie Coleman appeared on the Valuetainment channel with Patrick Bet-David, who interviewed him, which, by the way, this coming week, we're going to be doing an interview with him. Oh, God is on the line right here, right now. And Ronnie Coleman was asked a question. I want to play the clip, and then I want you to respond to it. Okay, here we go.
Like the most painful, most rewarding. Is yours most painful, the loss to Jay, and most rewarding, the first to Flex? Or would you say no, it's something else?
Something else.
What would it be?
My most painful was losing to Lee Priest.
At which?
Losing to Lee Priest was Ronnie Coleman's most painful moment. That's powerful right there.
I know. Then he said it was 5 times that year, and he was depressed 5 times. But because it's Christmas, I really don't want to push him over the edge. But that year he lost 7 times to me. But
really, 7 times? Wow.
Don't tell him. Yeah, it's funny because it shows you the clip from where we're in England, and in England that's when I really feel it out, and I'm standing beside him and stuff. But the funny thing was too, and people wrote to me, goes, "Ronnie hates you. He hates you." He even said that he can lose to Jay Cutler because they're likable and stuff. I said, look, Ronnie likes me. Every time I see him at expos, we get on great. We joke, we laugh around. So It's not like he hates me, but I guess it was just that. And then he says too, people say, "Oh, he's saying you're small." And I understood what he meant, being short in stature, because the guy even said, because he was 5'4", and Ronnie goes, "Yeah." So I forgive you, Ronnie. Thank you.
Well, but that was a great compliment to you that you got under his skin so much that you beat him.
And I didn't even know. Who knew?
Yeah.
And the thing was too, it's like you made those nice comments, which was good. And then you had Ed Connors on your show, and you asked Ed Connors, out of all the people he's seen in Gold's Gym, and Ed's seen all of them, who was the most impressive and freakish you ever saw? And Ed sat there and goes, "Have to be Lee Priest when he come over." It's pretty much echoing the Jay Cutler comments, remembered? And and he mentioned how I turned 21 when I was living at his house, and
Right.
he even said too, I used little gear because at that time I didn't have a lot of money because I was waiting for the weeder money to come through, and Ed did have to get me my supplements, and Ed said I barely got Lee anything, but I can have all these people say what small amounts I used, and I'm not going to lie wearing this because I'm in contact with the Lord. Hey, by the way, who do you want to win? Who do you want to win the Olympia this year? Next year? Because God always helps him. I got a direct line.
That's
now.
right.
Whoever you
God
want to
only
win
helps the
Olympia.
winner, right, Lee?
Exactly. Yeah, who that? Brandon? No, you want one? Okay. Between you and me, I know who it is. I put in the good word for the winner of the Olympia next year.
When you hear people say stuff like that, what Ronnie said, and Ed Connor's compliments, how does that affect you? Do you feel like that's validation for you?
I wouldn't say it's validation. I just find it funny that's a very nice compliment that, Jay saying he was the freakiest he ever saw. And then for Ed Connors to say it, because like I said, Ed has seen lots and lots. He's seen them all in Gold's Gym. So to say that I was the number one of all the freakiest people he'd ever seen, and most like when you looked in the gym and you saw someone, that was like, because I think you said, who was that? Wow. When you look at him, you just go, this is incredible. The same, because like I've always said, I never saw myself as that. To me, to this day, even though I'm not that freak anymore, well, I am a freak, but in different ways. I just saw myself as a normal gym goer. Even like I said, with the pro card, I never saw myself as a pro. I love training. Sure, you had to compete for the sponsors and everyone else, and it's good to compete because you go to the expos and the fiends see you, but I never saw myself as that type of person. I'm just a guy that went to the gym like everyone else, joke around in between sets. When I train, I'll be serious and stuff. So it's nice that they say that, but to me, I just saw myself as a regular person, because to me, when I looked around the gym, if I saw someone like Dillette or the Symmetry or Flex Wheeler or Chris Cormier training, to me, I'm like, holy fucker. If I saw Jim Quinn, how vascular he used to be and shit like that, I'm like, oh, this guy's incredible. So I never saw myself on the same level as those type of people. I remember like in a couple of my first pro shows, because coming from Australia, all I ever saw him was in the magazine. So I was more in awe when I'm standing on stage like this, and you look in front, I'll be like, oh fuck, look, there's David Durst down there, incredible. There's such, I'm backstage thinking I'm pumping up. I'm like, oh wow, this is like the magazines come to life. So I never, like I said, I've always just been myself and been Lee. Never had that ego problem. I know people say Lee's got an ego on this and that, he thinks highly of himself, but I don't. I'm just a normal person. I'll be judged by one person, Dave, and that's you know.
And you have a direct pipeline to him now, so you better be good. You better behave now.
I'm good friends with both, just in case it goes either way.
There you go. That's right. Yeah, you've definitely made friends with the guy down below too. Yeah. I'm
hedging my bets here in case it could go.
In case one of them loses the war, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Hey, but whatever side I'm on, Dave, will be the winning side, and then the devil will say.
Why do you think Ronnie wrote about that in his book? I know they like to write sensationalistic stuff in the book because it gets headlines and stuff like that. But he picked you. He picked you. He didn't pick Flex. He picked you.
Yeah, even in his book, someone sent me the pages where he wrote about it again in his book. So it really must have got into his fucking head.
You must have really messed him up, yeah.
In his book, he called me the Ronnie Coleman killer. Like,
did he really? I didn't.
Yeah, I think someone sent me the pages in a message. They sent me where he talked about at the Olympia how I beat him again, then some other show when they called my name over his again. He's like, that Lee Priest was the Ronnie Coleman killer. So who knew? So,
to be honest with you, I never really thought that Ronnie, like, I used to work the metrics booth with him, and when Ronnie was a pro, but he really wasn't Mr. Olympia yet. And I just always saw Ronnie as just another good bodybuilder. I was like, yeah, he's got some freaky body parts, but I don't think people took him seriously necessarily, but he took the sport super seriously, and I didn't even know that. Like, he would go on his own expense to Europe and do the European tour. He was really all in. No one knew it because
even on that European tour towards the end when he won that last show, it's like here we were. We had I think it's like 7 shows in 9 days, and he finally won that last one because on the European tour we just start goofing off. Me, Vince Taylor, Paul Dillette, we're going to the fucking Chinese in Helsinki, the Burger King in England, and here's Ronnie. He's got his fucking big fucking, like, I think it was a shake cup because we didn't have like Tupperware back then. and he's got fucking chicken breast rammed in there, boiled eggs from fucking 2 days old. That he's fucking eating. Maybe he got in shape because he got fucking salmonella poisoning and lost all that weight. But fucking, he's eating cleaner and cleaner and cleaner while the rest of us are just eating more shit. And the last show he came in looking really good and won the Russian pro show it was.
And then Levrone gives him a fucking a couple alcoholic drinks, and it just dries him out.
And that's when Kevin too was. I remember Kevin saying, "Oh, I'm happy he won," and then he was at the back of the bus crying. He couldn't fucking get over that Ronnie fucking beat him in that last show.
Really? That's funny.
Yeah, so he was saying
that was a lot of money too, right? The Russians were giving you guys cash, weren't they?
Oh yeah, it was like, I think when we went to Russia, the mafia ran it there, because this is how it started. You get off the plane. Here's all, where you go through customs, blah, blah, blah. We get met by guys in suits, and if their jacket moved, you could see little pistols down here. So straight past customs, no customs or that. Pick up your bag. We get on the bus. Now we're on the bus. The guy says, we need to go to a restaurant, blah, blah, blah. Whoever runs it is at the restaurant. Wayne D'Amelia says, oh, it'd be good if we could go to the hotel first. The guys are pretty tired. And then the Russian guy goes, no, we must go to a restaurant. Such and such is there. He goes, oh, it'd be really good if we could go to the hotel. And then the Russian turns in a deeper voice, there is no compromise. We go to a restaurant.
Wayne probably shit his pants. Yeah.
Wayne just went, okay, and just sat down. Yeah, the way he just yelled, there is no compromise.
Yeah. Yeah, the Russians, they have their set ways of doing things,
It was funny, yeah. So, yeah, that sort of, Wayne was very quiet from that point on. We went to the restaurant.
Were you guys treated really well there?
Yes, very well, very well. And that was like the last show. By that point, I didn't even really want to do it. So I put the tan. I even said the exact words to Wayne, look, it's the last show. I've been eating a lot of shit. I still looked okay. I said, look, don't even call me out. Just leave me at back. He's like, okay, I won't call you out. So the whole contest, I'm thinking, great, I don't get caught out. Very last call out, he calls out these two Russian guys. And I mean, back then, these two would have looked like amateur board short category guys. I mean, skinny as. He calls them out, Vladimir, blah, blah, and Ukula, whatever. Lee Priest in the middle. You fucking asshole.
I did it to you on
and then when
purpose.
it was so over, I couldn't wait to get off stage. I ran upstairs, fucking got all my posing trunks off. I go in the shower, turn the water on and get my towel up. I'm going to have a fucking shower now. It's going to be great. No hot water. So it's fucking the end of the year, Christmas time. So it's like fucking winter and there's no fucking hot water. So I had this fucking freezing cold shower to try to get my tan off, but it was okay. It's like, It was a very interesting show, the Russian show. And then there was the one in Helsinki.
Did they pay in cash to the prize money?
I think they did there. The one in Helsinki was interesting because it was held in an ice skating ring. And what they did was they put rubber mats down on top of it, built a stage, put the flooring down. So it was still cold in there, but on stage,
oh my God,
they had that many lights. I mean, the rubber floor, just like a rubber flooring they put on the stage, it was that fucking hot. When you stood back here, it was hot. When you moved up to where you had to stand, it was that hot you couldn't stand still. And now this is where NASA's getting mad because we get caught out.
Yeah.
And you're standing there and you're doing the old, you ever been to the beach in the sand, super hot, or the road's hot, You've got to keep doing this, going from foot to foot.
It was that hot?
Now somebody stop moving. Stop moving. The stage is hot. The stage is hot. How do you stop moving?
NASA, yeah, he probably was complaining.
How do you expect me to stand still? So everyone had to keep moving your feet because your feet were just burning where the lights were just penetrating the rubber. You couldn't stand still.
Yeah.
But it was interesting times. Yeah, but back to the Ronnie thing. I didn't realise that for that to affect him this long, this many years later, that he still brings it up. He must be Lee Priest, fucking Lee Priest.
A lot of people have those nightmares about you, evidently.
I know. A lot of the IFBB did back in the day, I'm sure. Fucking Lee Priest again. Quietly, maybe Jim has one or two every now and then.
Once in a while,
he's not coming back. Sure. He's not coming back. It's like, I'm like that fucking Jason Voorhees. I just fucking keep returning.
Yeah,
or Michael Myers.
Yeah.
He's gone for sure now. We've suspended him for life. We've done this. There's no way he can keep coming back. Yeah, have you seen what's on the computer today online? Oh, fuck, it's him again.
And now, not only did you make deals with the devil, now you made a deal with God. So forget it. They'll never get rid of you now.
You got to hedge your bets both ways, mate. I'm fucking in. And I'm both on their good side, believe it or not.
Well,
so maybe I'm the type of person, if I go to hell, give me a month or two, I'll be running the show down there. So,
Yeah,
I'll
sure.
be, hey, come on, Lucifer, you've had a good run here. It's time to just step aside and let somebody new in.
All right. Well, now that you are an ordained priest, or an ordained minister, I should say, I have to test you out. So it's the Christmas holiday. This might even be airing on Christmas for all I know. You have to give us a nice sermon. So give us a little like 2-minute sermon from your heart to the fans.
For a second, then I thought you were being rude and said you wanted some semen. I was like,
No, I don't want to use none of your
what's that?
semen,
No.
please.
I know you like it's American, you're into a white Christmas, but that's like really, pushing the limit, Dave.
Give us
Look,
a little bit of a
all
Lee
I want
Priest
for people this
sermon.
Christmas, not actually a sermon, because sermons to me sounds like you're preaching. All I want for this Christmas is for people to get along, have fun, be at peace with one another, love your neighbour. Don't judge them on their skin colour, their race, their religion. Because you have to remember too, a lot of people do not celebrate Christmas as in the Christianity type side of it. They'll take the fucking presents and the days off work, but we won't fucking happy holidays to those people. Put up your holiday tree. We can't say Christmas tree because they might get upset. Fucking hell. So, my sermons or preaching would be similar to that, where I just tell it like it is. So everyone just, let's say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you want to celebrate, time with your family. Because a lot of the people who don't celebrate Christmas, that's all it is just families getting together, swapping presents, having a few drinks, having a few more drinks, then a few more drinks, and fuck you, I hate you, I shouldn't have fucking had you as a kid, you fuck. That's how all Christmases end up at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But blessed are those people too. Take it calm, watch the alcohol intake, people, come Christmas time, because and then what I don't get too is I went shopping yesterday, or I had to pick up some groceries. The amount of people out fucking in the car park, it starts, that's my spot, fuck you. You get inside the shopping centre. I don't know what to buy. What do you want to buy? I'll sit here. You go get what you want. Fucking, it's a wonderful time of the year. People arguing with kids running around, last minute shoppers. I'm thinking, why do this? It's not like, we've had thousands of years and all of a sudden July this year, someone said, you know what, let's have this thing called Christmas. And people go, oh my God, Christmas, what's this thing? I've got to go and buy presents. It's been going on forever. People leave it to the last minute. Then they go nuts. And then you can't stand it. You have this day at home where you celebrate. And what do people do the next day, Boxing Day? Let's go shopping. There's fucking sales on. I'm like, what the fuck? Who wants to go through that shit again? Today on the news this morning, first story. Last night, a big shopping centre here. They had these like hundreds of balloons in the middle of the shopping centre. And inside these balloons were gift certificates, vouchers, free shit.
Right.
So all the people gathered there. And when they released the balloons, so many people have gone to hospital. Kids have been trampled because they just went fucking nuts to get this fucking vouchers and shit. And people got trampled on. They had like these things up, where you sit with Santa and they got the walls up like this Santa village.
Right.
It's like the Santa village walls fucking went over.
Oh,
fucking people
are nuts. But you see at the Arnold Classic and the Olympia, they'll wait online for 6 hours for a free fucking protein bar.
Oh, and what about how nuts they go when you throw a fucking T-shirt to the crowd? That's a fucking T-shirt. Or look at when you have those sales over there, Black Friday and shit, and they open up the fucking doors of Walmart. It's like a fucking stampede of fucking, I don't know, fucking hippos in fucking Africa. I got the fucking TV. I got the TV. It's my TV. No, it's my TV. I got it first. 6 dead shot at Walmart fucking over TV. It's like, fucking hell. People. Jesus, God, we're watching. So even when you're at home making love, being all freaky and whacking off the pornos, we're watching. We're watching you.
Santa and Lee Priest are watching you. Remember that message on this Christmas
Because,
2019.
look, God's been up there a long time. He gets bored, Sometimes, the whole fucking missionary fucking sex gets a bit boring. So if you're down there like me and you're doing all that freaky shit, he's going to be like, never fucking saw that before in Bethlehem. Fucking hell. You are a wise man there. Fucking hell. You fucking hell. So just remember, or if you got those people too that have sex and they got a photo of their mother or father on their wall, and you're banging on the couch and you look across and there's mum and dad's picture. If they're gone, they're watching. Mum might not be watching, but your dad's going, that's my fucking boy. Look at him down there. Up to his nuts and guts again.
Just do yourself a favor, Lee. Take the collar off before you do all that freaky stuff,
No, I'm going to leave it on because then the power of Christ will be in you. I say the coming, oh, that's not really the coming of the Lord. It'll be the coming of me. But hey, what, as a disciple and worker for him, I can just pass it on to you as what we shall call it is I shall pass on my religious juice to you.
From Pastor Lee Priest and myself on this Christmas holiday, Merry Christmas, everyone. See you next week.
Yes, Merry Christmas.